Okay, we are all set.
You sure you don't want to recap all of the stories that have happened?
Yeah, you know me. I actually would. I was doing that before you came over.
Or it could be a quiz, and you'd be like, how many stories have I written since
3 months of things.
Or last year?
Oh, I forgot about a quiz. See, I've been running around like wild lately, doing all sorts of stuff. Partly because I've been feeling a little bit better with my knees, and I can finally bike around, and like, I don't know, I'm just able to get more done recently, and I've been trying to create a lot of things. So this is my second podcast of the day. So
how you feeling?
Good. Had a nice.
Was that like a warm up? You and Sarah Risser hanging out.
Had a nice chat with Sarah about safety science, which is really cool. So folks will be able to listen to that pretty soon.
Yeah.
But 3 months is plenty of time to have elapsed before having our general fun chat about all things biking in Portland.
Yeah. I'm like, I can't even remember back 3 months. May.
Let's see.
May. What happened in May?
I don't even remember.
It was like before the summer.
Yeah. Before the summer.
I've been doing, Pedalpalooza posts every Monday.
Oh, you're doing that this year?
Yeah, it's over now.
Ooh,
my posting, the last Monday of Pedalpalooza already happened.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
How's that been? Have you been doing rides or?
Yeah, I've been doing some rides. What did I do most recently? I did the taco where people try to eat at every single taco place in Portland.
The Reign of Taco ride.
Which is pretty outrageous. I went to 6 taquerias, I think.
Wow.
4 of which I had never been to before, which is great.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I joined Team Lunacy.
Oh, there were teams. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Did you look at the stats, or did you look at how many taco places got?
Eventually, I think a lot of tacos were eaten. I could pull it up if you want. Like
there's a full app and everything. I should probably
amazing.
The idea is that he created this thing on Google Maps where every single place, like in the region, right? I mean, it
goes
more than
all the way
Portland.
down to Salem.
All the way to Salem. Every taco place is on a map, and you acquire points, or he wants to tally how many tacos are eaten. And if you go to one of these places on the map, you're supposed to tally it. And then there's all kinds of data and fun stuff. It's like a mix of tech nerdery and eating tacos and biking and Pedalpalooza fun and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. I don't know if there's a full tally of how many tacos were eaten, but I'm sure they have that data. But our team got 210 points. So you get 5 points if you're the first team at a taco place.
Nice.
And then you get like bonus points if you eat all the tacos on the menu, or like someone else on your team eats a taco.
I like that first to the place point thing, because that encourages like maybe going to a place that's not as well traveled.
Exactly. So Gil ate 13 tacos.
Oh, Gil, go Gil. They pop up all the time in Portland. There's the one across the street from Peninsula Park just opened up.
So pretty amazing. I don't know. There were 6, 7, 8, 9 teams.
Okay, this is my chance to plug the Delta Carts again. The tacos
I haven't
over there.
Been. How are
Gotta
the tacos?
go. They're having their big grand opening of a new cart pod in Delta Park, right off Whitaker Road there. Can't miss it. It's bright orange. It's actually exact like BikePortland color orange.
Okay.
Yeah, I looked at my sticker.
The same RAL number.
Yeah, I looked at my sticker next to the bike rack, which is painted orange, and it was like identical. So I'm pretty excited. But I'm so excited about it just because, number one, I'm just kind of pulling for Delta Park. Like Delta Park needs some wins.
Well, I will say, like, if you ever go there on a sporty like Saturday, there's thousands of people there.
Yeah.
Feels like thousands of people.
The soccer moms and dads alone are going to sustain this food car pod. And the bike route is so nice from North Portland. It is amazing. You can take neighborhood greenways to car-free paths, basically to a protected bike lane. Yeah. The whole way.
Yeah. Recently protected.
Denver.
Like the last year or so.
Yeah.
The one up by all the Amazon facility.
The Whitaker Road one. Mm-hmm. But it's really an amazing route. Like, I am so tempted to like actually reach out to them and like collab and like put a QR code sign right next to the bike racks and be like, everybody should be biking to Delta Carts, because like that's such a cool route. Yeah. There's probably a lot of people in Vancouver too that could literally take a path almost the whole way. So I'm pretty excited about that. I think it's a good example of how like the city's network kind of comes through sometimes. You know, where we can connect neighborhood greenways to paths.
And you've eaten some tacos there.
Yeah, I've gone back a couple times.
Tell me about your taco experience.
It's really good. I had a pastor taco, and I tried their chicken burrito. There's a lot of other things on the menu I want to try. It's Mexican and Mayan. Tabuenone is a place I go to. It's really cool. I met the family that runs it, so I'm all excited about that. It's pretty great. Another route thing I want to share, just about on a similar vein.
Mm-hmm.
My fascination ongoing with like the neighborhood greenway network and how even an old dog like me can like learn new things. So like I'm always going from like say Peninsula Park. That's code for like my house because I don't want to say or where my house is. But so say you want to go from Peninsula Park to like Charles Jordan Community Center.
Okay.
Awesome place. I go there quite a bit for various things. I've always taken the same route. You get caught in a rut.
Yeah.
A route rut.
A route rut.
Route rut. I would take like Rosa Parks to Willamette and then cut over. Or sometimes if I'm feeling spicy, I'll just hop on Lombard if I'm on my faster bike and just hit the ODOT bike lanes and not bike lanes on Lombard, all the way over to like Foss or whatever. But I realized the other day I was going there with my son and I just thought I would try to take the neighborhood greenways, and they actually connect up. You can basically take neighborhood greenways. So you go like Buffalo, Concord, Fenwick, and then I can't even remember all the street names, but you just follow the little arrows. Anyway, I was really excited about that.
That's the way Leslie always goes. And it's like a little slower, but it's way nicer.
It's so nice.
Willamette's a little can be a little aggressive.
We're in this moment where Willamette is like so crowded with drivers that it's getting terrible. Yeah. But hopefully once they add the concrete curbs and stuff, it will get actually awesome because it's supposed to be a good bike street. Okay, I actually wrote it down because it was just really funny. There's so many different names. It's like Buffalo, Concord, Fenwick, Terry, Wabash, Halleck, Kilpatrick, Foss.
This is why
we need bikeways on main streets, because no one's going to figure that out unless you just want to follow.
Well, that's
why
I just follow the sharrows.
Yeah. Anyway,
when I'm in a new place, I'm just like looking for the paint.
Yeah.
Where do I turn?
I was just uncommonly excited though when I did that. I was like, oh my God, we just got here, all these neighborhood greenways, and they all connected. And I've been riding here for like 20 years and never taken this route. Yeah. I was so excited. So that's the lesson, folks. Try something new.
I was on Sunday morning on Willamette, and I felt like there were more people biking and running than there were driving.
Okay, let's talk about this because
Which felt really good.
I'm in camp. We're coming back big time.
Yeah,
like
for sure.
The biking, non-driving renaissance is like the running thing too. Is I think I've expressed this before on this podcast where I'm a little envious. Or like every time I see runners, I'm like, why aren't you guys biking? What's going on? Are you too afraid to bike? We got to get those folks. There was a run club that met at Bike Happy Hour.
It's a different exercise.
I know, but anyway.
It gives you more of a high.
Because they have a community, they do runs together. It's like got some interesting similarities to cycling. But anyway, I'm loving it.
I know tons of people that do both. They run for exercise and they bike for transportation.
Why haven't we done like a whole bike run thing?
Well, Leslie, my friend, I have two friends, like Leslie and my friend Eric run together all the time, and he lives on Michigan, and it's really easy to get to, and she rides to his house and they start running from there, or vice versa. That's
so cool. And slow biking is like cool.
It's super cool.
Now,
I
guess
slow.
I've always liked it.
Biking.
I bike with my wife sometimes.
People always smile at us when we're like riding together on our, really upright bikes.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Yeah.
Biking and running events. So wait, why did we talk about that? Oh,
how did we get here?
The Renaissance is coming. I swear, I've gotten so many little pieces of chatter on my intelligence channels. I just see it all over the place.
Did you get the memo? They're putting more bike lane on Ainsworth.
Yeah, I did see that. Another good sign.
It's a very short little section, but
Yeah, but that's related to
chewing little chunks away.
Yeah, one of the things I think is really stoking the Renaissance, this isn't news or shocking, is not just the bike bus revolution. I'm not calling it a phenomenon. I actually posted something on Instagram, but then it didn't upload, so it doesn't really exist. And I deleted it. But seeing
it can exist here in digital format.
Seeing the footage of the bike buses this week, and seeing a few people being surprised at how many people are in the bike racks, and just like what's going on with the school commute is amazing. I think it's crossed over into like bike bus was a fun trend, then it was, oh shit, it's a phenomenon. It's like a revolution right now. I feel like you can either embrace that if you're a leader or policymaker, embrace it, or I don't know, get out of the way because it is coming. Yeah. And it's just partly because all the cool bike bus people doing all the volunteering and all the leading of the rides, but also the city of Portland has just really latched onto it, which is so important.
Yeah, totally.
You know, they're directing resources to schools.
They're rolling with it.
Just this morning was like a whole shindig in Southwest.
Well, and
the
they're
Maplewood bike bus.
They're encouraging bike buses to Sunday Parkways in 2 weeks, which is super cool.
That was really cool. Not only that, see what I've been saying for so long, do more press conferences, get out in front of the people and tell them how cool biking is and all the cool things it makes possible. Like every opportunity, have a press conference. Like I'm so into that.
Yeah.
They did a press conference for Sunday Parkways, but not just a boring one. Like they had acro balancers and people on stilts and, you know, tall bikes, and they really played it up, and they made, like the mayor was there. And so, and then they tied it into the downtown revitalization, you know, which is so cool because it comes right after the Portland Criterium stuff, which was like 2 days of bike racing in the central city. So gosh, so many signs that like biking is going to come roaring back in this town. I don't know if you heard, but my little bike ride with the mayor to work the other morning, he's really hard he tends to kind of answer a question how he wants to answer it, which is, I guess good politicians do that. Or I should say politicians. I won't say good because I like people that will listen and give you the exact answer to what you ask. But anyway, he will just sometimes, you know, give whatever answer he wants. So, but I was trying to pin him down on like, dude, you could have the legacy of seeing the cycling renaissance and returning Portland to its rightful place.
Yeah.
He didn't really grab onto it. Maybe he was distracted, but I was giving him this whole, we're coming back pitch and like, hey, you're in the mayor's office. Like if you're here, and if it happens in the next couple of years, like I think
it could be you.
You could take full credit for this. Go ahead. But anyway, that was my little...
That's not what he wants to be remembered for.
Well, who knows? That was one of the several little things I tried to sprinkle into our conversation because I'm always like half trying to, you know, do an interview like normal, but also trying to plant little seeds in these folks so that they learn and get excited about certain things.
Well, I don't know. There's things coming. There's a lot of PSEF money going into projects around cycling in Portland. There's just like people kind of drumming things up on their own too. Like the Made Bike Show was really big this year. The Criterium came back.
Yeah. Any thoughts about the Made Show? That was huge. There's still people posting about it. We're on Friday now. Ended Sunday.
I didn't go.
You didn't go?
Sorry.
Gosh. You've paid your dues. You've been there.
I think it was too much of a bro fest the time I went, and I'm not there for the patriarchy.
Oh, I hear what you're saying. Yeah.
So I don't know how it was this year. People can chime in about that in the comments if they want.
I can definitely.
It was broy.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. I actually, my first shift, my knee was still pretty sore, and I just had to go. So I got there as early as I could Friday, the first of the 3 days. And I realized my whole first shift, like where I did, 3 hours straight of just talking to people and trying to do photos and stuff, I had to go sit down. And I honestly looked at my photos that I'd posted to Instagram and made a mental note that I'd only talked to men. And I think the only people in my images up to that point were men. And I was like, mental note. I even mentioned it in my Instagram post and then later deleted it when I corrected it. So what I did after my little break I took is I went and talked to...
Yeah, you found all of the women that were there.
Yeah, tried to. But still, there were so many people I didn't talk to because I think I only put in like 5 hours, which seems like a lot, but there was so much to see.
Yeah, I heard it. It has expanded like beyond just the four walls of that barn.
Yeah, it really is massive. I could have easily gone back and spent a couple more days talking to more folks. Everybody I didn't talk to, I'm sorry.
Well, I think too the sad thing about the bike world is it went like if you're in the bike retail side of things, that we used to have all these shows that we went to, and that was where you got with your people, and those don't exist anymore. That is attendance went down, and COVID hit, and all of it.
That's hard to actually like believe, even as you say it, and like I understand it and know it. Like, can you believe like that was a thing?
Yeah.
Like Cabda, Interbike, whatever else, Philly, even the local ones like Seattle would have one.
Yeah.
Now there's none. I mean, Billy and Made are pretty lucky that it kind of resurfaced as that. I mean, who knows where it will grow from here, if he'll keep it handmade. I'm sure he will. It's really like I feel like it's kind of like a reunion for that community, and it's super, which is another reason why I think it can be tricky. I've heard from several people, not necessarily the bro-y comment, but which I felt too, but just also like the kind of like insular nature of it. I get that. Like if you kind of follow the folks that are posting from, they're really excited to see their friends.
Yeah.
And they come from all over the country, some people all over the world. And these are folks they're seeing like once a year sometimes, and they have so much to connect over and so many shared passions. Like I totally get it. But it's like this reunion that happens, and then the public likes what they make, so everybody comes and just gawks at it and talks to them. It's kind of weird actually. But shows can be like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was fun. What else? You brought a special flyer.
I did.
Your week without driving.
Week without driving.
Yeah.
So Week Without Driving is happening September 29th through October 5th. And you can basically pledge to say, I'm going to go a week without driving. And for some people, this is like their normal week. And for some people who drive every day all the time, this can be like a fun challenge to say, let me try transit or walking or biking or all of the above. And something, so Bike Loud is attempting to get some city councilors and maybe the mayor to sign up for this and hope that they can maybe like feel some empathy for people who don't own or drive a car, because that is still like a pretty large portion of people that live in the U.S. and in Portland. And I came up with like some fun facts.
Yes.
So here, I'll give you on the screen here.
Can we get a shot of that?
Let's come on, let's zoom in here. No, we don't have anybody manning the camera.
I can throw it up there.
Bicyclists can travel 50 times further than a car on the same amount of energy. Active transportation reduces anxiety, stress, and depression. I think we can just say like biking makes you smile. Public transportation users spend about $10,000 less per year on transportation than households that drive.
Dang.
That is a lot of money.
That's
add that up over time. And people who bike for transportation spend more money in the local economy because they're not going as far. They're not going to that place out in wherever because it's 2 cents cheaper to get a gallon of gas, or I don't even know. That
list deserves some sound effects. Those are some big things.
Yeah, thanks. Put some sound effects in there for me.
Yeah. Good stuff. I love it.
No, I really just I do feel like if you're forced to do something, sometimes you can find the joy in it or the positives or even just the empathy for people that can't drive.
Yeah. Yeah, that second part, it's interesting. You said just the empathy and also that you're trying to get the mayor and other city councilors to sign on, because I asked that specific question of Anna Zievarts, who started this thing, because I saw her, was it this week? I don't know.
Yeah.
A week or so ago, I saw her at an event. Oh, it was last Saturday. And asked her about that. Like, how can people take part? Not driving some people are going to just say, well, that's impossible for me in my life.
Sure.
And that's what she said. She said, well, you can just, think some thoughts and prayers for folks that don't drive, at least, create some time in your brain to consider other perspectives, which I think is cool. But yes, it would be so neat if, some of those folks in City Hall would at least maybe publicly pledge, I don't know. So we got to go down the list.
No shame if one day you're like, I just can't.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm going to drive. And then you just think about like what a privilege that is to be given, laid out in front of you, all of this infrastructure that works perfectly well. And here we are on bicycles, like just fighting and fighting and fighting for one little piece of land.
Yeah. And like, don't move our diverters and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. We can talk about that or not if you want.
I do want to address that because, well, one last thing on getting people in City Hall, so councilors and the mayor on this stuff. Okay, Sunday Parkways is coming up. Mm-hmm. The city's making a big deal about it. They're doing the bike buses routes. There's 7 bike bus routes. Join one from your neighborhood. It's the first time they've ever done that. It's the first time it's been in downtown for several years.
Yeah.
It's tied to like the revitalization stuff, which I've been complaining about this whole time. They've been talking about that, even up to state level. They don't even talk about streets and transportation, right? It's all about cleanliness and safety and all these things. It's like, no, streets. So I'm so glad they're tying Sunday Parkways to revitalization. I was thinking, speaking of pledge in City Hall, like how many councilors can we get to participate in Sunday Parkways? I mean, really?
Yeah.
It's tough because, I don't know if somebody have scheduling conflicts or whatever, but I was almost thinking of trying to be more public and like even have a hashtag or something. And it's like councilors ride parkways or something. Can we get the mayor? How many councilors? That would be really exciting.
Get them all together.
Let's get a majority of council to take part in Sunday Parkways. You can walk, bike, whatever you want to do. Take a scooter. Yeah. I know Councilor Candace Avalos, very funny to me. She said in a recent meeting, she said, I'm more of a scooter girly than a biker girly.
Yeah, but I love that. Like, take your scooter.
Great. The scooter girly.
Awesome. We want to see that.
That would be so fun.
We've had Olivia Clark came on one of our rides. Koyama Lane came on one of our rides. Like, people are participating. This
is another part of my Renaissance coming theory, is that the amount of counselors that are kind of like publicly being associated with biking is pretty great right now. Okay, I want to mention the diverters. Several people have asked me about it. I know I kind of went completely silent after basically we kind of just, we had the bike advisory committee meeting.
We had a pause and then,
Well, it was clear that they weren't going to touch it and they were going to the city said, we're going to take a week and think about it and come back to you with a plan. So yeah, I haven't written anything for a while, so I'm sort of overdue. But yeah, essentially they're not going to be touching the diverters. There's no new news other than both the city's pedestrian and bicycle advisory committee have clearly come out publicly saying it's a terrible idea. Don't do it. Mm-hmm. There's obviously the interest from several of the councilors who are opposed to it. There's also some things being said by the woman who basically is spearheading the effort to remove it, who is saying some things publicly that aren't very great. So I didn't want to tie up that loose end. So Ann Hill, the person who's the director of the Public Environment Management Office. So I finally went to one of those meetings where...
Oh, yeah, okay. Did you go to our neighborhood?
No, I went to Northwest where the diverters were. So they had one of these problem solver meetings, which by several accounts, that's where the issue bubbled up first, right? Mm-hmm. These are these meetings that people go and they say their complaints or whatever, their concerns. The police are there. It's really like business-oriented meeting. It's like the police are there to take the note. Someone's doing something here. Let's address that. This is happening here. I'm getting graffiti here. Let's go clean it up. It's very that's what it's about. And apparently that's where the diverter issue came up months ago. And several people have reported that out, including sources from the city saying this evolved from problem solver meeting, concerns. But then I finally went to one of the meetings and Ann Hill, the woman who's, in charge of the whole thing, she didn't want to address it and sort of tried to quiet down a lot of the people that showed up to this one to address it and to talk about it. She basically said, this isn't the place to talk about that. And then when she did address it, she referenced all the misinformation was the word she used, misinformation about the diverters, which since I produced a lot of information about them, I sort of take that as a slight to, stuff that I reported, which I don't take lightly when people in government say that my reporting is not accurate, unless it is inaccurate. In that case, that's fine. But don't try to spread the idea that somehow what people learned about this wasn't true when it in fact was all true. So that's a concern. And she also said something about how this is being, the quote to paraphrase is yeah, this is being made out to be something like it's all about diverters, but it's really not about the diverters, never was about the diverters. So that kind of comment is...
What are we talking about then?
I was asking that in the chat.
Is this the Emperor's New Clothes?
Yeah, I was in the meeting asking in the chat. First of all, I said, Director Hill, can you help me understand what you mean by misinformation? No response. Can you help me understand what you mean when you say this has nothing to do with diverters because it's all about diverters and it came from this meeting? So those are the loose ends that I would like to still address in a story. This is the first time I've been talking about them publicly. So that's a concern. But my thing is always several people have asked me in the last week or so, what's the latest on the diverters? My thing is if we got the decision to the place where it needs to be, I'm kind of good backing off and just...
but I don't know if we're there. I'm
almost sure we are. I mean, at this point, I feel pretty comfortable they're not. I mean, it's been 2 weeks now since they said they were going to huddle and try to come up with a plan. So I think it's pretty clear that they understand that this is a no-go zone. Let's not touch this because nobody around it wants to take the fall.
Right.
That's really what it comes down to. From basically day 2 or 3, everybody knew all the pressure we got created around this. They knew it was nothing. You didn't want to touch it. It's nuclear. And that's why no one wants to put their name on it. They're not being really responsive to me. They're not fulfilling public records requests and they're not, all this stuff.
Yeah.
So they don't want to do anything. And I haven't kept reporting about it because it's in a place where I think is fine for the community.
Well, I will tell you.
But if they do try to do anything, I'm ready to go.
There's some new intel as of this morning.
What is it?
Let me find it. This might take me a minute.
So, we'll see how it goes. But that whole thing was such a debacle and on that note, we will get a lot more clarity, hopefully on Wednesday when I interview the mayor at Bike Happy Hour. So I purposely didn't talk about it when I rode with him to work Monday because I wanted to save that for a little different venue.
Okay. Well, I don't know.
What is it?
Basically some new notes as of more recently, I
about
think,
the diverter?
But I'm still not sitting on my laurels thinking they're going to stand down.
Okay. So you still, they haven't officially said, this was a misunderstanding. Sorry, we aren't going to move them. But so you're right. It could still happen. We'll see. I think the community is ready to respond if necessary. And until we're sort of proven wrong or proven unreasonable or something, like I would still think that the positions are all going to remain the same. I'm still super concerned because they haven't met the threshold for action that they need to have to do what they want to do. It's just basic, you know, like convince me. You can't.
Well, and like removing something that has been proven to reduce crashes in the name of public safety seems like real BS to me.
Yes. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes.
That's cool.
Related to what else? What else is there?
I did a cargo bike picnic at Peninsula Park, which essentially is just people show up with their cargo bikes.
Did you eat cargo bikes?
We ate cargo bikes. You know the most delicious one?
What?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of something like the orange. The bullet comes in like a clockwork orange.
Oh, yum. Yes. Creamsicle.
Creamsicle. No, it was really cute. It was like people with kids showed up on their cargo bikes, and then some people who were curious about getting into cargo biking just found us on the internet and showed up. And Mila led a ride to King Farmers Market and to the new Albina Library.
Cool.
So, yeah, just like family-friendly event. And maybe we'll do it again.
That's so great.
Yeah.
Bike Summer's been amazing.
Just hanging out.
Can you imagine all the people coming together, all the connections, all the inspirations, and it's just
all the free entertainment.
Free entertainment.
That's just like provided by your peers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I haven't really gone on any rides, but I certainly live vicariously through them.
I'm sorry.
That's right. I don't know. I'm doing other things.
You're convalescing too, maybe a little bit.
Yeah, I haven't felt super good to bike a lot anyway, but.
Well, how has Bike Happy Hour been?
Bike Happy Hour's been great. Yeah, it's been really fun. It's always weird. So it's the crowd kind of like it's big one night unexpectedly. Yeah. It's small one night unexpectedly. It's
just waxes and wanes.
Yeah, it just depends.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of like that. It's just you never know what's going to happen, who's going to show up. We had a cool highlight the other day where Mike Hauk showed up. I was so excited about that. It's a guy who's had like 50 years of being an advocate for stuff he really cares about in Portland, and you know, basically he's known as the guy that saved Oaks Bottom Wildlife Refuge from development. Just a really neat dude. You know, he wrote, I think it's called Wild in the City. Works at this place called the Urban Green Spaces Institute. His whole thing is like preserving wild places inside the urban core. And
have you heard about the Portland Botanical Garden?
No.
It's a future site that I don't know if they've actually purchased yet, but in between, so like the north end of UP down by the river and then the railroad bridge that goes across the Willamette, there's a section of land that this group called the Portland Botanical Garden wants to take over and turn into the Portland Botanical Garden, to plant it up and have it be available to the public.
So down on the bluff?
Yeah, down next to the river, so below the bluff.
By the new kind of newish UP stuff, like their tennis courts and all that?
Exactly.
It's nice down there.
Yeah.
How can they, really? They want to make a garden?
Mm-hmm.
It's not like full of nuclear waste and oil
yeah, it
deposits?
is, but it's underneath the creosote. There was a creosote plant there, and they've like done all the mitigation, like dug out all the nasty soil and then capped some other nasty soil.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. Well, it's a future project, so like, you know, go check it out online. I went on a tour of it last weekend. How
has your garden been? Has it survived summer?
Oh my God, it looks like nuclear wasteland. It's charred. Lots of things are charred.
Oh, shoot. I thought you were going to say like nuclear, like needs, in terms of it.
No, it needs like a lot of water to really look lush this time of year. So, and I don't do that.
It's kind of amazing in Portland how many people don't use a lot of water on their yards.
Yeah. Well,
even though we have tons of water,
picking and choosing now what plants get to survive.
Oh, what a process.
Well, the future is hotter.
Yeah, true. There's something where it's like if it doesn't provide you food or shade, like it's got to go.
Yeah. Well, there's also,
it's just pretty, forget about it.
Providing fodder for little birds and
there's that,
squirrels and whatnot.
I'm not one to this. I'm way out of my lane.
Oh, talking about gardening?
Yeah, I'm just way out of my lane.
Feel free. It's fine. We can move on from that. I'm just excited. The other thing about the Portland Botanical Gardens is that there's going to be pedestrian and bike infrastructure that'll go right next to the river there that eventually will be happening.
Oh, the North Portland Greenway?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually is a loaded word there.
Eventually.
How they're going to get around all those other tracts of land?
I don't know. I think there are plans, and who knows what needs to be purchased and agreed upon.
But since we last talked, they made progress on the bridge over the Columbia Boulevard. there, which they are actively setting
Okay.
out to build now,
Awesome.
which will be a piece of the North Portland Greenway, a really important piece
Mm-hmm.
to get from, basically north of Pier Park
Okay.
over to the St. John's landfill site, and then eventually connect over to Kelly Point, which is like the northern terminus of the North Portland Greenway. It's always been the dream. So that will be pretty neat. Once that's open, I think it'll trigger a few more projects over there relatively quickly. And then I think hopefully it'll, kind of create more urgency around some of the bigger ones, like by University of Portland and stuff like that. So definitely something to look forward to. But if we can just get Mayor Wilson to embrace the cycling legacy and bringing us back to our heyday, that would be really important.
I like this Renaissance thing.
That's what we're all working on here.
We need a tagline. We need some PR people to help us out.
Rebirth, rebike.
It's something about recycling, maybe.
Oh, that's recycling the Renaissance. I don't know, cycling Renaissance. Well, we'll have to think of something. Anybody have ideas? Please let us know.
We're not the PR team.
Coming up. Little blank here. Oh my gosh, what's coming up? What's the next big thing here?
What is coming up? Well, I'm volunteering for Cycle Oregon Rally, which is their 5-day ride. It's going to be on Crater Lake, Diamond Lake, and Prospect. So
cool. That sounds like fun.
Very hilly, very beautiful.
Isn't that the thing about going around Crater Lake? Everybody's like, oh, let's go ride the rim. It's a lake. When you don't realize it's actually a mountain that
Holy
caved in.
shit, yeah.
And you're just going up and down the entire time.
It's like just hills.
Yeah.
It's just hills.
A lot harder than people think.
So make sure you have gears.
But if you're ever going to do it, doing it with Cycle Oregon is the way to do it.
Yeah.
Lots of cool people, great support.
Very plush.
You get to have Eva come, give you a push or fix your flat or something.
All of that. Well, basically I set up camp. I'm like the quiet person that like makes everything happen behind the scenes.
Nice. Okay. That sounds like fun. I'm glad.
Just the muscles.
Cycle Oregon's alive and well.
It's still happening. Yeah.
Fun.
Don't forget.
What else? So that's coming up mid-September?
September 6th through 12th or something like that.
Okay.
7th. I don't know. I have to leave on the 4th.
And we got Sunday Parkways September 14th.
14th, yes.
Week Without Driving September 29th to October 5th.
Mm-hmm.
And the big plug I want to make for Wednesday, 5:30, Bike Happy Hour. Come and meet Mayor Keith Wilson. Listen to him answer my questions. And I've got to figure out some way to take questions from the audience. I'm putting this together by myself, and I'm not exactly sure what I'm getting into. If there'll be 50 people or 200 people,
well, you can
I don't
have people
know.
put some questions into a hat.
We could do that.
And have a moderator that looks through them and picks one or two.
Yeah, we could do that. So I'll have that all figured out, and we'll sit there in the street in the Rainbow Road Plaza.
So September 2nd. Show up
3rd.
September 3rd.
3rd.
Okay.
Wednesday, September 3rd. Mm-hmm. Yeah, show up 5:30 Bike Happy Hour. Come before if you want to hang out.
Cool.
And we'll have a chat with Mayor Wilson about diverters and whatever else. Eva, it was so nice to see you again.
You too.
Thanks for stopping by. We'll have to do this again sometime.
Yeah, your air conditioning's pretty nice.